Excellence withers without an adversary. Life deals us an abundance of obstacles and adversities, and so, one would think, the mere passage of time would teach us how to profitably deal with the challenges that cross our path. But time only teaches the willing, and therefore many of us are sorely unprepared for life. One of the main culprits for this weakness in the modern day is the proliferation of a victim mentality. Being a victim is now looked upon as a badge of honor. But if we wish to flourish and become what Nietzsche called the true helmsman of our existence, we need to separate ourselves from this powerless spirit of the age, assume responsibility for our life, and learn to face up to what is presented to us. To achieve this feat, psychological resilience is crucial. We must learn how to emerge from the challenges of life, not weaker and more apathetic, as the perpetual victim does, but stronger and wiser. Or as the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus explained, every difficulty in life presents us with an opportunity to turn inward and to invoke our own submerged inner resources. The trials we endure can and should introduce us to our strengths. Dig deeply. You possess strengths you might not realize you have. Find the right one, use it. In cultivating resilience, it is necessary to discard the belief that it is better to avoid obstacles due to the stress they evoke. For as psychologists are discovering, not all forms of stress are equal. Some in fact are crucial components of a flourishing mind and body. The latest science, writes Kelly McGonigal in The Upside of Stress, reveals that stress can make you smarter, stronger, and more successful. It helps you learn and grow. Whether the stress in our life is harmful or beneficial depends on how we respond to it. If we believe the barriers before us too burdensome and a threat to our well-being, the stress they evoke is detrimental to our health. But if we adopt a challenge response, perceiving them as problems to solve in pursuit of success and growth, the stress we experience acts as a constructive companion. It spurs us to action. Many people dream of living a stress-free life, but in reality such a life would be unbearably boring. To flourish, we should not avoid hardship. Instead, we should adopt a more competitive attitude towards our existence. A life of agon, as the ancient Greeks called it, and in whatever domains we devote ourselves to, our goal should be excellence. Living in this manner will call forth an abundance of challenges, and hence, the type of meaningful stress and struggle we need to feel life is worth living. Or as the writer and physician Boris Cyrulnik wrote, "The worst form of stress is an absence of stress. Because the feeling that there is no life before death gives rise to a despairing feeling of emptiness in the face of the void." But resilience is not just a matter of seeking out stress and struggle in the service of meaningful ends. We must also learn to cope with the more severe forms of adversity which no one in their right mind voluntarily invites into life. While we like to believe that cruel twists of fate happen only to others, the longer we live, the more likely it becomes that such a time will befall us. It would be ideal if Nietzsche's saying, "That which does not kill you makes you stronger," were true for everyone. But severe adversity tends to destroy more people than it elevates. So how can we be one of the few who are not battered and broken by the more distressing periods of life?